Hi guys, welcome back. Let's write a recursive program for edit distance. The problem is we have to convert string 1 in minimum number of steps. We have to convert string 1 to string 2. What is the minimum number? Okay, so I'm just declaring string 1 and string 2 in the global. I will mention the reason later. Okay, so int edit distance. Okay, this program will take length of, okay, these program parameters are length of string 1, okay, string 1 length and length of string 2 length, because as I mentioned in the PPT, so you have to keep converting last two letters. So I just pass the length of string 1 and string 2 so that we can compare each letter. Okay, let's assume we have to write the base cases for this. Let's assume string 1 is empty. So how many steps, how many operations are required to convert Saturday to empty string? Either we have to delete all the characters or we have to either insert all the characters over here. That is nothing but length of the string 2, which is nothing but 7. Right? Understood? So we have to either delete all these characters whose length is 7, or we have to either insert all these characters in the string 1 whose length is 7. Okay, so if s1 length is equal to 0, the output is s2 length. Okay, similarly, if s2 length is equal to 0, we have to return s1 length. Okay, if Sunday, if this string is empty, then either we have to insert all these characters over here, which is 6, or we have to delete all these characters, which is 6. So when s2 length is 0, we have to return s1 length. Okay, so this is Saturday. Now when we have seen one condition, when last two characters are equal, when Sunday, y and y both are equal, then we have to find out what are the minimum operations required to convert SUNDA to SATURDA, right? So whenever the two strings are equal, str 1 of s1 length minus 1, okay, because of this array concept, index runs from 0 to len minus 1, str2 of s2 len minus 1. Okay, when the last two characters are equal, you have to find the edit distance. You have to return from here. Okay, you can return from here. You have to find edit distance. Okay, you have to find for the substring minimum number of operations required to convert SUNDA to SATURDA. You can return from here. So you just reduce the length of the string by 1, s2 len minus 1. Okay, now in case if the two strings are not equal, so that is the case where we have seen SUN and SATURDA. Okay, this is one case where we have seen if the two strings are not equal, then we have three options. Option 1 is replace the character. Okay, replace the character over here and try to find minimum number of operations required to convert SU to SATUR. Okay, we just ignore last two characters. So edit distance of s1 len minus 1 comma s2 len minus 1. Okay, this is in the case of replacing. Okay, now I'm just editing. I'll get back those to original again now. And the another option is we delete it. So we just delete the n character and we have to find number of operations required to convert SU to SATUR. So that is one case. So in this case we just reduce s1 len minus 1 comma s2 len remains same, right? This is for deleting. Now the third option is option 3, edit distance we'll call edit distance. Okay, the option 3 is we insert. What we insert? We insert R over here. Okay, so R and this 2 will be same, so we just ignore this 2 characters. So we have to find number of operations required to convert SUN to SATU. Okay, so S1 length will remain same and S2 length will reduce by 1. This is for insertion. Okay, understood? Let's get back this original string SUN DAY. Just for understanding purpose, I have edited that. SATUR DAY Saturday. Okay, so let's assume like this. Whenever you do any edit distance, so this entire you insert any character, so for the substring it does all the other operations, and let's assume this entire subtree returns an answer 3. Now when you replace a character, the entire subtree gives an answer 4, or when you delete a character, this entire subtree gives an answer 5. So the question is, we have to find the minimum number of edits to make the 2 strings equal. So out of this 3, we have to find a minimum number. So out of the option 1 and option 2 and option 3, we have to find minimum number, so which is nothing but insert. So by inserting, we are getting a minimum number of edit as 3, but we are doing one insertion over here, right? You got the subtree result is 3. Okay, by inserting a character, you are doing a sub operations on top of the insertion. Okay, this subtree has written an answer 3, not because of this insertion. Okay, so you are choosing an output minimum of these 3, and you have to add a 1 for that. Okay, why we are adding a 1 for that is, we are choosing minimum of these 3 operations, and whatever the operations that we have chosen, for that we have to add an answer 1. Okay, I will explain once more. This subtree has written a value of 3, and this subtree has written a value of 4, and this subtree has written a value of 5. So out of these 3 options, we have to choose an option which is minimum. So we are choosing a minimum option as 3. 3 plus, we are doing one operation. What is it? Insertion. It can be either insertion or replace or delete. So you have to write plus 1. So out of these 3 options, you have to choose minimum of these 3 options. I will write one hash define min of a comma b. So you have to include brackets. Okay, a greater than b, I am writing one ternary operator. Okay, if a greater than b, return b. Okay, this is for minimum. This is a ternary operator. You just study more about ternary operator if you have any doubts. If a greater than b, returning b. Okay, now out of these 3 options, I have to choose minimum option. Option 1 comma option 2, okay, comma option 3. So this will return minimum of 3. Okay, this entire function will return minimum of 3, and out of that 3, I have to add 1. Why I have to add? I am doing an operation, either replace or delete or insertion. Either of these 3 operations I am doing. Okay, so now I try to printf %d. What is the minimum number of edits required to convert string 1 to string 2? String 1 length I am sending, string 2 length I am sending. Okay, string 1 and string 2 length. So this will return an answer of 3. Okay, see, this is the answer. So 3 edits, either insertion, deletion or replace, are required to convert string 1 to string 2. Okay, so you are just sending the length of string 1, string 2. Okay, if length is 0, you're returning string 2 length. If s2 length is 0, you're returning s1. If both are equal, we are returning the substring excluding that particular string. Okay, and after that we are left with three options. Option 1 replacing, option 2 deletion, option 3 insertion. So we apply this insertion, replace and deletion, and after this we are left with three option results. Okay, those three option results we are trying to apply. Okay, and we have to find the minimum of these three options and add a +1, and that is the answer. Okay, this is a classic dynamic programming problem. There is a serious flaw in this program, so I will explain that in the next video. Okay, the code for this program will be available in the link posted in the below video. Okay, see you, have a nice day.